everyone, it's Racz again. First thing I wanted to do right off the bat is I have 2 new subscribers to the channel, and I believe I know both personally. One's a customer where I work, and the other I work with. So thank you for subscribing to the channel, and I've gotten some good positive feedback as of late, now that I've been trying to put more stuff in between with the fishing and everything else that's going on. But thank you again, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, really please consider subscribing so I can get more stuff out there if you're into this kind of thing for bass fishing from maybe a little different angle than where you'd be getting it from other sources. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was a lot of variables coming into play. Looks like I'm on just about my 3rd big main video for the summertime, and that video for the summertime is going to be, now we are definitely heading into, it is August 2nd. We're in a late summer type of a deal, and late summer can mean a lot of things to bass fishermen. For some it means no bass, for some it means a lot of life changes, back to school, other things going on, vacation. Most of us that fish are winding down our vacation times. So if we're still bass fishing and we're still diehard, what are some tips? I'm just going to make this a quick video on, I'm going to do a series. I was doing a lure chart. What I want to do this on is color. So these are 6-inch black trick worms right here. They're 22 a pack, and they're very economical. I've experimented with zooms on and off, and for the money, definitely for a name brand bait, this is as good as, you know, what I would use before in the past, which would be the Berkeleys. Same Yamakatsu hook rig, number 2. So I mean, you can kind of see that from the footage I put up, I catch a few big bass on a simple setup with a simple hook. Now this one was a little different. I had to bring back the stitching technique. This is about worm color, and not, this video is not about stitching in particular, but I am going to cover that setup just so you can get an idea that to cast something like this unweighted, that weighs probably 1/16 of an ounce, you have to have a rod that's going to be flexible enough for it. This kind of looks like a blast from the past. This is an Eagle Claw Featherlight rod. I think they retail for about 20-25 bucks. Pretty similar to what your grandfather probably fished with, except this is actually lighter, even though it feels heavy compared to a lot of rods. And I did the Daiwa SS. Why would you use a fiberglass rod like this? A lot of bendability, a lot of flexibility. I'm just going to go over it real quick, and you can use 6-pound line. You can go down line, and the flexibility is going to compensate. As you can see in the fish catching video, the bending of the rod is going to compensate for the lighter line. When in doubt, fiberglass has never let me down for lighter lines. So in essence, why I'm going to talk about color in particular is, as I've been writing articles and getting a grasp on color and thinking about making a color chart in the more advanced type of stages, is I firmly believe that black, and this, I caught that bass, that big one, and I mean, it wasn't a pig, but I mean, it was definitely between a football and a pig, I guess, in terms of size. Black works really good in clear water, and it just makes sense. This thing quivers and undulates with all these ridges here, giving off all that vibration to the lateral line. I do know that in the past few videos I've talked about locating bass is the main thing, because that's the big obstacle to overcome when you're talking spring and even into right up about post-spawn as location. Now color becomes a big key factor. Most of us know where to find fish, but why would you use black? And I will say this, I don't think any other color when the chips are down has, in terms of black plastics in general, I used to fish the twister tails, but black in general, when the chips are down and I know there's going to be a fish there, black seems to be if not #1 top producer. So if you notice, for post-spawn in midsummer, I was recommending crawfish derivative colors: watermelon, red fleck, green pumpkin, the bamboo sticks like a cinnamon blue, like a purple derivative, crawfish derivatives, or the watermelon fleck represents a bluegill too. This zoom right here is just going to have a solid black profile. I've never experimented with any different tips. Some people do like a chartreuse or use that dip and glow. The main thing I just wanted to wrap up real quick is black is going to be absolutely fantastic for pressured bodies of water. From what I've read, expert finesse fishermen, black is going to be the ticket, and that's what we're talking about late summer. These fish have seen an unbelievable amount of lure presentations. They've seen really good rigs thrown. There could be bass in an area you fish, and in essence, they're there, but you're going to have to maybe match a color to fine tune them, whereas before they'd hit 3 colors, maybe 2, maybe more. And I would highly recommend this. Just give black, just to wrap it up real quick, give black a shot in your favorite jig color, your favorite worm. If you can cast something like this unweighted on a graphite rod, it's probably going to be a medium light, maybe a 7-foot. It's probably going to have to be a light, actually, because I do use no sinker with this. And just to wrap up the stitching thing, as the weeds got up, getting that split shot gets hung in the weeds. So I'm doing them weightless. Probably start adding weight when the water starts to cool down to keep the bait lower. But in essence, try black on your favorite presentation. And thanks for those that have subscribed, and please subscribe to the channel. Have a great day, everyone. Give black a whirl on your favorite water, and that's going to work from now up until fall turnover. Keep black in mind, and black becomes the #1 color after fall as well. Maybe I'll touch upon that later. Take care, everyone. Have a great evening.